In this session, we cover that the servant continued his story in Genesis 24. And we read from verses 45 to 49. And before I had done speaking, said the servant, before I had done speaking in mine heart, behold, Rebekah came forth with her pitcher on her shoulder. And she went down unto the well, and drew water. And I said unto her, let me drink, I pray thee. And she made haste, and let down her pitcher from her shoulder, and said, drink, and I will give thy camels drink also. So I drank, and she made the camels drink also. And I asked her, and said, whose daughter art thou? And she said, the daughter of Bethuel, Nahor's son, whom Milcah bore unto him. And I put the earring upon her face, and the bracelets upon her hands. And I bowed down my head and worshipped the Lord, and blessed the Lord God of my master Abraham, which had led me in the right way to take my master's brother's daughter unto his son. And now, if you will deal kindly and truly with my master, tell me, and if not, tell me, that I may turn to the right hand or to the left. You know, that faithful servant confirmed that before he could even finish his prayer, Rebekah appeared bearing that water pitcher on her shoulder. Miraculously, she did everything according to the conditions spoken of in his prayer. So, when she confirmed her relationship to Abraham's brother, that's Nahor, he realized that he had found her, the prospective wife for Isaac. That is why he had put the golden earring and the golden bracelets on her. And then in the servant's own words, I bowed down my head and worshiped the Lord and blessed the Lord God of my master Abraham, which had led me in the right way to take my master's brother's daughter unto his son. That jewelry was an engagement gift. In those cultures, that's what happened. So, in verse 49, that faithful servant wanted to know, because he already realized God answered his prayer. He wanted to know whether they would let Rebekah accompany him or not. So he would know which way to go. Previously, I said that we aren't given the name of this great and faithful servant. But back in verse 2, it is said that this servant was the eldest servant in Abraham's household. Because of this, many commentators, including a man by the name of John Peter Lange, in Lange's commentary of the book of Genesis, written in 1868, identified this servant as none other than Eliezer, mentioned in Genesis 15, verse 2 to 3, where Abram said, that's before he became Abraham, Lord God, what wilt thou give me, seeing I go childless? And the steward of my house is this Eliezer of Damascus. And Abram said, behold, to me thou hast given no seed. And lo, one born in my house is my heir. What that tells us was Eliezer was born in his household, but he wasn't Abram's biological son. Everything was to be left to him. And you know what happened. God said, it's not going to be Eliezer. It definitely could be true, as he is listed as Abraham's eldest servant of his house, that ruled over all that he had. Eliezer was his steward, wasn't he? And in verse again, see, ruled over all he had. Again, found in verse 2. What an incredible testimony. Eliezer was heir to all Abraham had, only to have to give it all up to their only son Isaac. Wow. Such faithfulness. Such loving devotion. And you know what else this man is? A great man of God.